Now to a case the Target 12 investigators have been tracking from the beginning. A North Kingstown man has been sentenced to 2 months in prison for his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Bernard Joseph Sirr told a federal judge he was tricked into falling for propaganda about the 2020 elections and apologized for his actions. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the latest details.
Bernard Joseph Sirr will report to prison at a later date. When he gets out, he'll be on home confinement for 6 months with electronic monitoring. These are the moments Bernard Joseph Sirr says he now regrets. Video evidence in an ongoing investigation into the 2020 Capitol attack showing the North Kingstown man pushing against a line of police officers inside the Capitol building. Prosecutors say Sirr entered the building twice that day and clashed with law enforcement.
Do you have any regrets now that you traveled down there?
Sirr was arrested in June. On Tuesday, the 47-year-old walked out of federal court in Washington after receiving a 2-month prison sentence, followed by home confinement and 1 year of supervised release. He must also pay $2,000 in restitution for damages to the Capitol building. In court, Sirr, who was joined by family members, expressed remorse for his actions, telling a judge he was fed lies from the media and online about the 2020 presidential elections. He apologized to law enforcement, saying, "As a Christian, I wish to put this behind me and make amends." Prosecutors were seeking 10 months in prison, but the judge landed on 2 months, telling the defendant he appreciated Sirr's remorse while noting his actions at the Capitol exacerbated the situation on January 6th. Earlier this year, Sirr pleaded guilty to 1 count of civil disorder. 5 other counts were dismissed as part of a plea deal. Coming up, new at 6, there are 2 other Rhode Islanders who have been accused of taking part in the Capitol attack. I'll have the latest on where those cases stand. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
The Target 12 investigators have an update tonight on the North Kingstown man who admitted to taking part in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Bernard Joseph Sirr will serve 2 months in prison, but there are 2 other defendants from Rhode Island who have been charged. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the latest on their cases.
Timothy Desjardins, the first Rhode Islander to be charged for allegedly taking part in the Capitol attack, is already behind bars, but for a separate case involving road rage and a standoff with Providence police. On Tuesday, 47-year-old Bernard Joseph Sirr walked out of federal court in Washington, less than a half-mile away from the U.S. Capitol, where he admitted to being part of a mob that rushed police in an effort to stop the peaceful transition of power from then-President Donald Trump to President-elect Joe Biden. Sirr, who was joined by family members in court, expressed remorse and apologized to police. He told the judge he was tricked into believing the lies from some media and online sources that the 2020 election had been stolen. Prosecutors say Sirr joined the far-right group the Proud Boys a month before the Capitol attack. He's since disaffiliated. They asked a judge for a 10-month sentence, but the judge landed on 2 months, followed by 6 months of home confinement and a year of probation. Sirr is one of 3 Rhode Island defendants so far accused in taking part in the January riot.
No, I actually don't remember it.
William Cotton of Hopkinton was charged with 4 federal counts. His trial is pending. Timothy Desjardins was the first to be charged, but his case in D.C. was on hold until state-level charges for shooting a stranger in a road rage incident and getting into an armed standoff with police resolved. Earlier this year, he was sentenced to 18 years at the ACI. Desjardins will eventually be sent to Washington to face charges stemming from the Capitol attack. Sirr is allowed to return to Rhode Island before having to report to a federal prison at a later date. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.